All right, this is it. This is the last one talking about season 9, so let's get it over with. Jeez, that's a great way to start. These are my opinions. These are what I think are the best episodes, so, take that as you will. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But here we go. Honorable mentions starting off, we got Captives. This was a really good final episode for Mrs. Chan. Never saw her again after that, but she had a pretty cool episode getting out of the prison, basically taking charge. Metafiction, as I've mentioned before, Metatron's really a weak-ass villain. He's just not good. But this episode really showed just how good the actor was who was playing Metatron and how he could take a shitty character and make it pretty good. Stairway to Heaven. Now, this one might be a funny one here because I also had this in my in my dishonorable mentions. But the reason why I thought this one was good is because there's so many good ideas in here. Castiel's flock being questioning of what's going on. The Angel/Reapers blowing themselves up, even if that's a massive retcon. The entire bit with trying to figure out where the gate to heaven was. Metatron influencing all the stuff off in the back. This was great. There were so many good story beats. It's just unfortunate that none of them went fucking anywhere. And then finally, the last one. This one actually is the one that got pushed out because of the 5 that I chose. Road Trip. Pretty decent mid-season return. Pretty cool little thing with going after Sam, who was controlled by Gadriel. Castiel and Dean having a good moment between the two of them, talking about their mistakes. Obviously, it's a bit of a leap when you have to try to believe that Sam had like 8 holes in his head, and he had them in his head for quite a while after Gadriel was gone before Castiel healed them. But overall, it's not bad. But now we're going to move into the top 5. And number 5 is one that some of you probably will know what it is based on my reviews. Bad Boys. I love this episode. I love this episode so much because it felt so much of akin to what made the original 5 seasons so fun in terms of their Monster of the Week backstory about the boys episode. This was a episode about a youth home for boys that had this fantastic actor who played Sonny. Never saw him again, but a lovely dude. The actual true father figure that Dean had. And there is such a great chemistry and story between young Dean and him. The kid who played young Dean, fantastic. And there's so many heartbreaks in this. Sure, there's the other story going on about the people being killed at the property, and turns out it's a kid who has kind of a control with his mom, which when they did find that out in the reveal of the monster turning out to be his mom and being let go, that was great. Really good. Kung Fu grip, Tibby. The finding out that Dean had this whole life, this girl, everything, and he let it all go because he knew that the most important thing was to take care of his brother. Hard emotion, but very, very well done. Number 4 is Slumber Party. I think there's one Charlie Bradbury episode in this entire season, and that is involving the Wizard of Oz, oddly enough. And what should have been a pretty bad, this could have gone badly, this whole inclusion of the Wizard of Oz and turning it into her being kind of like a Lara Croft Tomb Raider kind of character. Turning Dorothy into that was really well done. There's a lot of good humor. There's some fucking humor about Wicked in here, which is kind of funny now talking about the show, talking about it now, considering what Wicked is now. And then the ending with Charlie and Dorothy going through the gate. I thought that was really good. It was a decent Men of Letters episode too. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Men of Letters idea. I think it's a great idea. I just don't think it was ever really well executed. But I felt that this was a great backstory about the Men of Letters. So that's why it's number 4. Number 3, Firstborn. This is a great one. This is after the mid-season return, and Sam is trying to figure out where Gadriel is with Castiel. While that story is kind of completely pointless, at least it's something between Sam and Cass, and that never really happened that much in the show, so at least you had that. But the real cookie is Dean and Crowley teaming up to find out where the first blade is, and it turns out it leads them to Cain, of Cain and Abel. You find out a little bit about Cain's history, the guy who played him, magnificent beard, very well done character, and a really cool story element that was introduced halfway through. You didn't think it'd be that much, but it turned out to be a bit. Sure, the end result of the whole Mark of Cain was not properly used, at least in my opinion, but it still gave you a really big moment. It also had that great moment of him rolling up his sleeves to kill all the demons in the house. Excited to see when Cain comes back. I think he comes back one more time, and I know how he comes back. This was a really cool side story. Crowley and Dean have great chemistry. It just worked. Number 2 is Holy Terror. This was the mid-season finale, and this is kind of, I would almost say, aside from Firstborn and the road trip, this was really the end of the good part of season 9, if I were to say. You'll notice, and especially the next one too, my number 1, almost all of them are the first 12 episodes. If I'm correct, all of them were in the first 12 episodes of season 1. And there's a reason why, and that's because while the Gadriel whole possession storyline and Metatron kind of sneaking his way in might have felt a little rushed, it made sense to me because Gadriel is just this guy who has been perpetually seen as a piece of shit and a dumbass for what he did, and he is trying to make up for it. And while, sure, he's been kind of working with Dean, Metatron's the one that can put him back in the good graces. So why would he not feel that I need to do this? I know it's against who I'm working with, but it has to happen. And sure, Kevin getting his eyes blown out was pretty shitty. While the Angel Demon War never really turned out to be much of anything in this season, at least it came to a pretty decent head with Holy Terror. And that's why it's number 2. It was really good. It made me want to come back and keep watching the show even when I was watching it back then. Sure, it didn't lead to something that was of great importance really in the end, but hey. And then number 1, and this one shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, it's Dog Day Afternoon. Fantastic episode. The idea of Dean being able to talk to dogs and this whole bit just is the perfect encapsulation of the humor of Supernatural from even the first 5 seasons. It's a great monster of the week too. I think the whole dude being able to take on terrifying aspects of animals and use that to his advantage. Like the first dude he kills, he snaps in fucking half. That was terrifying. Eating cats, going, great, so good. And then, like I said, just the whole bit being full on serious of being able to talk to dogs. Jensen does a fantastic job. Jared's there along for the ride, but really it's all the chemistry. I can't believe I'm fucking saying that. Chemistry between Dean and the main dog, general, whatever, and them figuring out what's going on. And then the guy getting eaten by dogs at the end, which is, it's kind of sad because really and truly speaking, all those dogs should be put down because they ate someone. But regardless, I feel that Dog Day Afternoon is just the best encapsulation of everything about Supernatural in season 9. It's got great humor. It's got a great monster. It's got a great bit. And it really captures a lot of what Supernatural would become. It's a little goofy, but it's goofy to a point where it doesn't go stupid goofy, which is what I felt that would happen with the latter half of this show, especially between season 12 and 15. I feel that the humor aspect of this episode was taken too far in those seasons, whereas here it is perfect. It is downright perfect. Those are my favorite episodes of season 9. Notice how none of them were a 7. Like we're now season 8 and season 9 both do not have a 7 out of 7, which is a little bit distressing, but that's it. We're done, guys. We have concluded our journey with Supernatural season 9. Much to your chagrin, my happiness. I think Jay the Zoomster also is probably a little happy about this too. I can see why 9 just didn't have much. From what I've gathered, it seems that Jeremy Carver had an idea of what he wanted to do with season 10, and he kind of knew he had to get there through season 9, but it felt like he only had 9, maybe even if episodes of actual story related shit. And very much like season 7 did not know what the fuck it wanted to do with the main story. And season 9, wow, maybe it kind of did, it didn't, and then it did, and then it didn't, and then it did, and then it didn't. Stairway to Heaven is a fantastic example. So many of the arcs in that episode alone should have been used for the main story. They should have. Take out Bloodlines, take out Rock in a Hard Place, take out Thin Man. Just take out a lot of these really cruddy episodes and replace them with the aspects of Stairway to Heaven's mini plots. You could have done so much better. This season would have been more highly regarded. And to finally end my final note about season 9, this is the last thing I will say about it, and we are never coming back to this fucking season again. I did say it's one of the lowest rated. That is a lie. I thought it was the lowest rated. It is not. Season 14 is still the worst season, in my opinion, at least from what I can remember from my memory. I will say it is one of the most boring. it is without a doubt probably the most boring season. Because while 14 may be terribly written, at least it's entertaining to a point. 9 is just dull almost throughout. If I ever came back, I would watch Slumber Parties, Bad Boys, and Dog Day Afternoon again. Notice how really none of those are story-related episodes. I could come back and rewatch those episodes, but even the story-related episodes that I thought were good, I couldn't come back and rewatch. So that is a testament to just how dull season 9 is. But that's it. There we go, guys. We're done. Now we have one more. We have one more left, and that's season 10. Now, note, I will be doing episodes 1 to 22, and then I have my season finale review from over 10 years ago, and then we'll do season, and then worst and best, and that's it. We will be concluded. Technically speaking, I guess I do have to do best and worst for 11, 12, 13, and maybe 14, but I don't know. I really don't know. I might do 11, but overall, we will be done the journey that I started. And I'm so happy that you guys were along for it. Thank you again. I really, really appreciate all of your commitment, all of your comments, everything. I've appreciated it so much, you guys. You don't have any idea. It's the reasons you guys commenting and asking and doing all this stuff has been the reason why I've been going along. I know that the numbers for these reviews have not been that high. I still have that hilarious thumbnail from season 8 that somehow got 2,000 views, and I'm very, very fucking certain it was the thumbnail. But the fact that you guys have been around for as long as you have, you've stuck around, and you're here with me as we go into the last chapter, I appreciate it. For context, I most likely will start reviewing season 10 in September or October, but right now I'm going to go hard into my wedding season. With that said, I might start watching and reviewing episodes in the main time, start to build up, because literally I was making these reviews the fucking day of. I'm recording and doing this with you right fucking now. Like, I'm going to finish this and edit it, and it'll probably be up in like the other out in an hour or so. That's how lacking motivation I've had to finish this season. But like I said, you guys are the reasons why I've been doing it. So anyways, I've rambled on enough. See you guys next time.